for joining us this evening. I'm Alex. Welcome to Penny for a Tale, Edge of the Empire, our wonderful Star Wars game. We have been a while since we've played last. It's been almost a month. Whoops. Sucks for where playing for 2 weeks and whatnot, and then missing time. But we are back. We are back, and with some new players and new characters. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna go around, introduce everyone, and then we're gonna hop right on in. So I'm gonna start with. Let's just start with a new player. Let's start with Sam.
Want me to say? I'm Sam, and I'm here.
I love it.
This is great.
Yes. Let's go over to James.
Hi, everybody. I'm James. I play Cookie the Wookiee. And yeah, that's all there really is to know about me.
Yes. Lastly, my friend, my love, Daniel.
Hi, I'm Daniel, the source of all your technical problems, moral quandaries, and questioning thoughts at night. So I'm here way too fucking much. I'm here on Fridays for Scion. I'm here for Sundays on Age of Ashes. Our wonderful Ian runs that game, and every other Monday with Alex. So you guys should definitely come out and check out all those other games. Um, yeah, that's pretty much all I got going on right now. Yeah, back to you, Alex. You're muted.
Oh, are we still good for being live?
Yeah.
I think so. Okay. If you can't hear us, let us know. Well, no, for real talk, we're getting new people to do the directing and camera work. So this is, Daniel's, we'll say, second time doing it. So if there are any issues, fourth, we're saying it's second. So no. So if there's anything wrong, just bear with us because you love us.
Every day is your first day until you get it right.
Exactly.
That's what I used to do when I was waiting tables.
I would always be the
Sorry,
new
guys,
person
it's my first day. Until I got a table, they're like, yeah, you said that last time.
That's exactly what I would do. All right. So first thing we're going to do, and Sam, this is what we're going to do every game. To start, we're going to roll our destiny dice, which is one white die. So go to the roller. It's just that one white die. Ooh, look at that! I have them right here. It's one.
Damn it! I got a dark side.
Okay, and you're gonna let me know what it is, like what James just did, and I'll go over what these were.
I got too light.
Ooh, okay.
One light.
Okay, cool. So what this does is this is a destiny roll. This is a force roll. This is kind of just the ambiguous sense of the force that is purveying through the universe for your characters and the storyline in general. So you have access to the light side point. So right now you have 3 as a group. You guys get to decide amongst yourselves when you use it. You can use it to bump up a skill to the next level. So let's say if you have just diplomacy, I don't even think that's one. No. If you had, let's see, negotiation, where you had 3 or 2 yellow die, you can use a light side point to bump that up to 3 yellow die. Or I'm allowing re-rolls for this, just one re-roll. The second roll has to be what you take. But when you use that, we kind of went over this in a previous one because I forgot to do this. Once you use a light side point, it flips over to a dark side point, which is what I can use, and vice versa. If I use a dark side point, you guys get a light side point. At that point, after it, it's done. So when I use it at the dark side or you use it on the light side, after it, it's done. So that is the Destiny dice. So you have 3 again amongst yourselves. So let's go back. Let's go back a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Going to try and recapture a little bit of what happened since it's been so long. It's been a month. Maybe if you're listening to it, it was just like 10 minutes ago. It was like a month for us because I'm a horrible GM. But we are on the planet Rishi. This planet is a very tropical, lush planet, and you guys have been there, namely Cookie and Quigley, Noah and Belandi, have been there for almost the span of about a week and a half, which is hard to believe because we've played so many games now in this setting, but this is where we are. And the group had just encountered a very ancient structure within the forest of Rishi, this tropical forest, after a large attack on a Zeltron colony. Um, they pursued the creature into the woods after losing one of the children that they are that Quigley is currently fostering, and they discovered this temple. Noah, who is, as you can, player is not here, encountered something that was a little bit strange and is now being rather reclusive. So we're going to start this off. Quigley and Cookie, you guys are making, you guys have emerged from the jungle again after having experienced the what you did at the temple. Noah is with you, however, he is very quiet and he is not speaking. Yeah. He's going to upon getting back into the village proper, which is still rather decimated and there are no fires anymore. That's been put out, but it's still it's quiet and it's kind of just destroyed, except for the main hall, which was left untampered. Noah will kind of look amongst you guys and just kind of motion. I'm gonna go back to the ship and kind of look. If nobody stops him, he will go back to the ship.
I feel like Cookie would be heading back towards the ship too at this point in time, unless there was a reason to go back towards the village that I'm not remembering.
Oh, right, we're looking for a child.
You are.
Oh yeah.
You're
Well,
looking
which
for
one were we looking for? Bit or were we looking for Jen?
both. We're looking for Bit and Jen.
Oh, maybe they went back to the ship.
You guys can check.
These force damned kids.
So, do you guys go back to the ship?
Yeah.
Maybe we should split up. Maybe one of us should go back to the ship and one of us should go to the village.
Yeah, sure.
Because we can still communicate through our comm links or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I'll head back towards the ship so that I can start working and trying to get us back up off the ground.
Sure.
If that's okay with you.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, Quigley will go to the village. Yeah. He's kind of just...
Okay. So when you get to the village, it's pretty quiet. People are asleep now. They're all sleeping in the main hall because the rest of the houses have been broken. Give me a perception check. So, are you familiar with how dice pools are set up, Sam?
Not at all.
Okay, I'll explain it. That's cool. That's cool. So, when you look at your character sheet, you will see the list of skills, your skill sets and whatnot, like most tabletop role-playing games. If you have a pip, actually, I think yours actually has the colors, which is really nice. So your dice are going to be, when you're making a check, are going to be the yellow and the green dice. This is like very color oriented and it's easier to like kind of show it and see. Your base stat is based off of the 6 top characteristics: the brawn, the agility, the intellect, and the cunning. So that is what's making up your skill pool, and along with all of the training that you have in your career will boost that up. So essentially, if we're going to look at, I'm making him do a perception check. Perception is based off of cunning. If you had, for example, 2 in cunning, you would be rolling 2 green die. If there was something that was going to bump that up, like a career or a talent tree or something, you'd bump it up. It'll let you know you're probably going to bump it up to 1. So you drop one of those greens and you add a yellow. So it becomes a green and a yellow. And I think your sheet actually does pretty much all of that. I think it tells you what you're going to roll. And I will issue a challenge die. I'll issue what the challenge is. And I will primarily use the purple, black, and red die. You will also, talents also apply the bluish 6-sided die as well, but that'll be a part of your talents, and we can go into that if you have them, if you have any questions. So right now, going back to your perception check, it's just going to be 2 purple die.
To advantage.
Okay. When you get back into the main hall, everyone is asleep except for Kaiza. She is awake, and she's kind of by the door herself, or she's kind of looking out of one of the smaller windows by the door, and had been watching as you had come in, and she nods to you and kind of moves over to you, and she says, "Any luck finding the 2?"
None, so far, anyway.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna go back out there and take another look at it and keep looking until I find one of them.
Hmm. Did you find the creature?
No, we did find a like a old temple kind of style thing.
A temple.
It was more of some symbols carved into a side of a cliff and a stairway leading down.
She'll kind of recoil and kind of look pensive about that, and shake her head. The jungle has many secrets that we don't fully know. I heard that this place had been a war zone at some point. A long time ago, there had been battles fought here. Maybe it's a remnant of that long ago war.
Well, let's hope that nothing was disturbed down there. I personally didn't go. It was our loudmouth teacher.
She'll laugh and smile at that, and she'll kind of nod and go, "Well, I hope that he is able to use it in some capacity for education. Hopefully, I don't. I have to admit, I don't. I am glad that he has found his friends elsewhere."
Yeah, same.
um, just kidding. I love you, Mitchell. She will then turn and kind of motion towards the sleeping images or the sleeping bodies of the Zeltron behind her, and say, "We are planning to leave at first dawn tomorrow. We are going to go to the coordinates that was left that you discovered on top of the mountain. I think that is the safest route we can take until we find out more about everything that's happened."
Well, you guys be safe and don't trust anybody in the Empire.
She'll laugh, or she'll kind of like laugh under her breath and go, "I certainly hope that we never encounter any Empire here on Rishi."
Or any huts. Yeah.
And actually, at that, she'll kind of like be like, "That would be very unfortunate if that were the case." Oh, she'll kind of, as if she remembered something, reach into her pocket in one of her like long, or kind of wearing robes, pick out something and place it in your hand. When she does so, you'll be able to tell it's cool to the touch. It's a small coin. It's a little metal coin. She'll kind of press it into your hand and kind of lean close and go, "When you find Coulson, give him that. He will know what it means."
All right. Um, he'll kind of just like flick it in there and then put it away in the pocket. Like, who's Coulson again?
Wait, is that in character or out of character?
Oh, totally in character.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll laugh and just go, he could be a very good friend on Nar Shaddaa.
Oh, right. Colson. I remember now. Gotcha. All right. Well, I appreciate it. And I will keep this coin handy. And yeah, I'm off to find some rascally kids.
Okay. And she'll let you go at that. Cookie. Yes, yes. You're heading back to the ship. Noah's a little bit ahead of you, so he gets to the ship first.
On my way back, can I be looking for like tracks or passage of the kids?
Absolutely. Give me a perception check. 2 purple die.
2 purple. Perception. Yellow, 1 green. 1 success, 1 threat.
Cool. So as you're walking, you do notice that there are the foliage does look like it's been like walked over, but it's a little hard to tell if it's from you guys or Noah, who has just walked ahead of you. However, when you get up to the ship proper, you notice footprints. You notice small footprints kind of circling around the ship.
I walk around the ship, see if they're wandering and looking for a way back in. Did we accidentally lock them out of the ship? Did we forget to give the kid the key?
When you do so, when you go around the side of the ship, when you go around to the back, you'll notice kind of a panel kind of shifted a little bit on the side. This is not a usual panel for this model, but having known that maybe it had been used for smuggling or other things that would need to be, reworked on the ship, that maybe a panel could have been placed there.
Okay. Just to be safe, I'm gonna like pull out one of my truncheons and kind of like move the panel and stick my head in and see if I can see anything.
Okay.
Sniffing and doing that.
As you get closer to it, and when you start to move it, you'll hear a sound, and it'll kind of sound like a squeak. And at the sound of your Wookieess, and as you move the panel, you'll see the eyes, four eyes, a pair, 2 pairs of eyes. Not
eyes.
not like creepy 4 eyes. Surprise! It's a Minoc.
And out of the translator, they hear, "Did someone forget to tell us we were playing hide and go seek?"
And at that, Bit will laugh, and you'll hear Jen as well. And as you get a better visual, you'll see that they had crawled in there and had probably fallen asleep because they kind of look a little sleepy. And they're like, "Cookie, we missed you. What, is everything okay?"
Is there enough room in there for me to fit in there too?
This guy.
How big is
guy?
It would. Okay, have you ever seen like a really big cat trying to get into a really small box?
Yeah, but cats are liquid.
And maybe that would be the thing that would stop you, because it is a little small for you to get in there. But they seem very excited, and when they kind of get up and they kind of stretch a little bit, they yawn, and Bit's the first to ask, "Is Quigley back?"
Cookie just shakes her head and like lights up the communicator and sends a message that just says, "I found him there at the ship."
Instead of saying anything back, Quigley will just send him like the "on my way." Very angrily stomping through the woods.
Cookie kind of gets a mischievous glint in their eye and motions for the kids to get back into the cubby hole, and like goes to like move the panel back into place.
They'll do that.
Holds up like the finger, like shh, and like moves it and closes it.
Quigley's walking
They'll kind of smile and do that.
Walking through the forest. Got me out here all hours, like damn night looking for their little asses. They
Kids.
just ran inside and hid in a damn cupboard.
Street lights are on.
I didn't tell them that they were hiding. So I've gone back to like looking like I'm working on this ship. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
He'll come out, come in and like, where are they?
They were here a minute ago. I don't know what happened to them.
So Quigley's just going to like snap real loud, like because he's got like the bionic arm. So I assume that they can make like a real long snap. He's like, "Bit, you have 3 seconds."
And
And like, dum. He kind of just slumps a little bit, goes over and opens the panel, and like,
yeah,
it's my idea. Don't be mad at them.
Bit will as once the panel is removed, Bit and Jen will climb out, and Bit will go running around the ship to get to you Quigley, and Jen will follow close in tow behind her. And Bit will be kind of the first to speak and be like, you told us to hide, and I didn't want to hide in the ship. I didn't know if people were going to come, so I hid in a place where I thought that you were going to be okay with that."
We were in the ship. We were calling your name. Why did you not respond?
I don't know. I didn't hear you.
You didn't hear me. Did you fall asleep?
Maybe. She'll kind of like look down and is obviously knows that she's in trouble, but is not doesn't know what to say.
All right, go to your room. Get some sleep. Take Jen with you.
She will nod.
And he'll like as they're walking away, I'll be like, and stay away from Noah.
We do anyway. No, they will go back onto the ship.
Right.
That'll be it. And you said you were going to work on the ship longer, Cookie, right?
Yeah, Cookie's just getting back to work now that the villagers have kind of decided what they're going to do, and they're going to move out of this area. Cookie sees the ship as the opportunity that they've been waiting for to get back to the fight, so to speak. And is 100% on board with like trying to join up with Red and become part of the Rebel Alliance.
Cool.
So Cookie is kind of like burning the midnight oil to get this ship back up and running as fast as possible.
And that is good.
Kind of a cranky Wookiee at the moment, but like more in like that focused kind, like don't bother me, I'm working kind of mode. That's what Cookie's doing right now.
That's good, because the ship did need a lot of repairs to get mobile and flying again, and your constant work on this, because you have put a lot of work and a lot of rolls in on this, has paid off. You are fairly confident. Yes. You are fairly confident that you can get this ship not only off of Rishi, but to Nar Shaddaa, which is where Red, who is currently on the ship as well, where he and where it looks like you guys are going. So as you
I mean, just for fun,
Sure.
could I try and like tweak something to get us like a little better fuel efficiency?
What do you remember? What roles you did? Let's think. Two games ago. I guess we wouldn't. What had you modified thus far? Do you remember?
God, 2 games ago was like 2
I hadn't
months.
really modified anything. Oh, I did. There was the hyperdrive was cracked, and when I fixed it, I was trying to get us like a off-world boost, like if I could, punch it at the last second and get like a little bit more speed out of it. So yeah, I guess I've already done that. Hey.
You can you know that you're going to need a part for that to do that.
Maybe we can find it on Nar Shaddaa.
Yes, that is a very good maybe thing.
Cool.
Yeah. So, but you have worked on this extensively, and it shows, because you are very certain that this ship is not going to fall apart, and you're not going to be stranded in the middle of space.
Like 99.9% sure.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, what more can you ask
Yeah.
for? So,
Mm.
um, as the dawn rises, the sun creeps over these huge mountains and this forest. You, I don't know what. Quigley, did you go to sleep? Did you stay up?
He stayed up for a little bit. Because Belandi's still knocked out, right?
She is.
He kind of would go over to her, like look over her body a little bit, and like make sure she's not like bleeding out of any orifices that wasn't seen before. Because I mean, like that happens in like post-traumatic things. Like you don't see them in the quick check over, but like then you notice, oh, there's a pool of blood behind their head.
Mhm.
So he would just kind of do that like post thing, and then
After
kind of like look at like try to check on Noah, like peek his head around the corner, like,
Noah is in his metal cabinet, and he won't open it.
all right, good. So Quigley is going
Can we lock
to
that from the outside?
Quigley's going to
Good.
take the door and kind of just like
Like smash it shut, or
you're like around the hinges, just kind of like to where they won't open up if you push it out.
you're gonna have a dead body in a cabinet.
So he's just kinda like-
3 days later, and you're like, oh man, what's that smell? Jeez.
Oh God, we forgot about Noah.
Oh God.
So he's just like around the hinges, just like, yeah, there we go. It's better for both everybody on the ship if you just stay in here.
So are you locking it for him from the outside?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
He's
"Don't-"
happy in his
he's
cabinet.
like, don't worry, I'll keep the kids out away from you.
Mitchell, this is why you don't leave a game.
Slide in some homework papers to the top.
Just to keep him happy.
So you can keep yourself sharp on your arithmetic.
Yeah, you got to make sure he's got his pens and everything. Like,
His stylus.
can we say that this is like the supply cabinet, and that's why he has locked himself in there?
That's fine.
'Cause all the
fine.
office supplies are in there with Noah. Damn it.
But
You'll never see a ruler again.
Quigley
All right.
will largely go and try to familiarize himself with the controls in the cockpit, because it does look like a two-person cockpit, and it's only him and Cookie.
Yes, it is. Belandi had been your pilot beforehand, and
What happened to? Wasn't Red? Is Red still with us?
Red is still with you, and he can assist. He assisted Blondie during the initial flying, because he has said that he is not himself a pilot. He was a mechanic and just a communications officer at some point in his life. So
I do have piloting just for both
That is
planetary and space.
That
just
is
out of
good.
character,
I think I have space.
Just to let everybody know. So yeah, the Wookiee can fly, y'all. I built them. I should know how to fly them.
So as the sun crests over the mountain, you know that you're taking your last looks of this planet. And can I assume that Cookie, you're starting the startup ignitions for all this for the ship?
Yeah, going through the startup checklist and
Yep.
making sure everything's firing up, and like literally like one step at a time.
Yep.
You know, kind of babying it along, just making sure I didn't screw anything up on the way.
That is how you fly, ladies and gentlemen. You have a checklist and you do it every single time.
For everything.
For everything. Yep. Roger Dodger. So as you're doing that, Bit and Jen are kind of, they're awake, they're watching. You can see from the vantage point of your ship that the Zeltrons are kind of going, you can see the little figures of them as they move about their houses, or the remnants of their houses, looking like they're picking stuff up, and knowing that this is probably the last that you'll see of them, as well as this little village as they continue on their life journey.
All right. Quickly.
I feel like the rose petals off the side of the ship kind of thing. Goodbye. Bye.
No loose ends.
Quickly shoots them. Make a no.
No witnesses.
If you want to, I'll do it. I don't care.
No. These are my friends.
Exactly. Yeah. Cookie's been with them. They know. So, as you start to prepare, give me first a mechanics roll, 2 purple die.
2 purple.
I'm sorry, for Cookie.
Mechanics. And with my
You do get something.
yeah, let me just look it up again. Gearhead. I've got 2 ranks in Gearhead, so I can remove 2 setback die. Which one's the setback? The purple?
This is going. That is usually the
The
black
black?
die. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So
but what you
can
can
I
do is you can remove 1 purple. You have to. I have to have a base of 1 purple. So this is a really simple check. So
cool. That's gonna be 1 success, 2 advantages.
excellent. So as you're doing this, as you're going through your checklist, everything is registering. Boom, green. Boom, green. This thing, your magic touch has gotten it going.
I have to like tap on one of the lights to get it to turn on, and it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting confident. You think that you're about ready to set off whenever you guys are ready.
I will communicate all of that to the bridge, because I assume that I'm kind of like down in the bowels and whatnot, kind of like making sure that if I have to be hands on with anything, I can be. But yeah, definitely communicating all that up to Quigley and Red.
Hmm.
And
Red.
then I'm on my way. When everything's like running, I'm heading to the cockpit.
Okay.
Um,
Quigley.
yeah, so I guess he would just like, do we have to plot a course or anything, or just start flipping buttons and pressing switches and he just hits the throttle forward.
Go crashing into the mountain by and a
all
campaign.
my work. Oh,
all your
God.
work. All your work.
The kids.
Like, I'm using parts from Quigley to fix the ship next time.
That's his arm. Like his arm just hanging up.
Fair enough.
You pull it to like for the whatever.
The throttle, yeah, no.
Yeah. Give me a hand.
It just constantly won't stop giving the middle finger.
No. So
Is that a feature or a bug? I want to.
so Salix would. I mean, Quigley would.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Quigley would wait for Cookie to do his whole plot the course thing before he would go ahead and try to move the ship.
Okay, so we are all going to are you letting Cookie enter in the navigation points or the
Yeah,
where you guys are going?
no. Quigley can like do like aerial like maneuvers because of high agility, but he's not very good with astrogation.
Okay, because that is what it is. It's an astrogation roll. So Cookie, you're going to make an astrogation roll. But Red is going to assist you because Red has been kind of looking at more information about Nar Shaddaa on the HoloNet, aka Google, Star Wars Universe's internet. So he kind of can assist with that.
Cool.
So it's going to be 2 purple, 1 black.
And what is the assist mechanically? How does that work?
So mechanically, it was going to be a purple and a red. I've bumped it down to 2 purple and 1 black. And there, you can make the roll, and if there's anything that is going to negatively affect you, you're going to get some insight into it.
Guys, do we want to use one of our 3 light side points for this?
Sure. That'll work for me.
And so that would bump one of my green dice up to a yellow, right?
Yes.
Okay, rolling. 2 successes.
Excellent. Cool. So between you and Red, you guys are able to get the coordinates set. It's fine. And more importantly, you're able to plot a course that is taking you away from what Red would consider hostile areas or areas that he thinks that the Empire could be lurking in, or that potential danger could have happened. And he's fairly certain with your guys' good success roll that he has this plot set out, and that there'll be no issues going there.
Would it be a good idea for Quigley to go test out that new trigger that I installed in the turret? Since we may be going into hostile territory.
I mean,
see if
sure.
see if the new one sticks, because I mean, if
Quigley will
Last
go
time
down
we were
and
having problems with that.
give it
But if I
a.
figure if Red and I have got the piloting handled, then if we come out of like hyperspace or something and we might have to start shooting, then Quigley is probably our best gunner.
Quigley will go down and give it a once over.
Don't break my trigger.
So you're just taking a look at it, just eyeballing. Are you going to test it? Like, are you actually going to fire it at all?
Yeah, I mean, if we're not in light speed, he'll fire off like an asteroid or something.
Are you okay? You're going to fire it after you take off from the planet?
Yeah, no, he's not like
Okay.
blasting into the.
Yeah, I
Let me
didn't know.
find
Like,
that let me find that creature.
Yeah.
exactly.
Hey, it worked for the guy in the big ship.
Okay, so you guys are able to. Let's do. Okay, so I'll say that you looked it over, and it looks fine. It looks like it's been repaired.
I do good work.
You are going to. You said you wanted to help with the piloting. No, it was who was helping with piloting.
Red was.
Red
Okay.
and Cookie are steering the ship.
Okay, cool. All right, Cookie. Let's make a pilot roll. Let's do. We're going to do first a planetary one.
Okay.
You're going to take off, and you're going to kind of. And let me see. You are. Red is going to give you 1 blue die to your piloting roll.
Cool.
Doing that. The challenge is 1 purple, 1 red, and 1 black.
2 successes.
Excellent. Cool. You're able to take off, and much like this is a similar ship, not completely though, to like the Millennium Falcon for just visual reference of the ship propelling off, hovering there for a minute, and then kind of making your way out of the tree line above it. And as you're seeing the tree line and the village that you had stayed in for several months slowly get smaller and smaller, and there's a moment there where it's that this is the next step for you of leaving, and that this part of the journey is done.
The fur around Cookie's eye is a little damp.
No.
Quigley's gonna beam in from the friggin' cockpit. Are you crying, you overgrown rug?
You're gonna cry when I rip your arms off.
They're not
Yes.
attached, so yeah.
That does not translate for some reason.
It's just expletive.
Yeah. It's like beep beep beep. Legs. Beep 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 beep. Legs.
Thanks. All right. So you continue to leave the atmosphere of the planet, and you're getting into the into dark space at this point. And the beautiful Rishi is a beautiful planet, if I haven't said this enough, but it's a beautiful planet. The green
Trees.
green
And the
ocean, or blue oceans and green vegetation slowly start to pull away as you jump into light speed using your navigation. So let's do 1 piloting space.
Okay.
You're getting another blue die, and it's going to be the same check: purple, red, black.
1 purple, 1 red, 1 black. That is. Oh no. 1 despair.
Oh.
Sir,
So
I'll leave you alone for 5 minutes in the cockpit, and you're gonna kill
What did
us.
you touch?
So, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm blaming Quigley. I'm not saying it was your fault. I said I'm blaming you.
Just a severed arm on the hood of the fucking ship. Just
So there are two things for roles for anybody joining us, and for Sam. We have triumphs and we have despairs. Triumphs are really good. They're the thing that is cinematic and awesome, and do the cool thing. Despair is, of course, the other side of that. That's the bad, the critical fail type thing. So
Did our hyperdrive just explode?
Well, as you go into hyperdrive and then light speed, um, that is kind of what happens. But um, as you start, as the the stars begin to pinpoint and do the whole light speed thing, pew, um, within the next 30 seconds, Cookie, there's a red flash warning on the panel. And you know it's at hyperdrive. You knew that was a remote possibility.
Another long string of expletives in Wookiee that don't translate.
And then you hear kind of like, and then you feel it. You feel the jostle of
Yeah.
it is the hyperdrive is still going. You are still in light speed.
Can I like run and try and get into that like panel and
Yes.
kind of fix it?
And as you start to move down into the bowels of this, or where the hyperdrive is located, you start smelling smoke.
Quigley, I might need your help with this.
Quigley will run down.
Yes. So as you start to make your way down, and as Cookie you get closer to it, there is most certainly a warning beacon starting to go off throughout the ship. There is a fire.
I think I know this scene from the movie.
Indeed.
I feel like this has happened before. Yeah, I'm gonna just immediately go into diagnostic mode. The pit droids are out and they're actually doing what they're told for once. Like they know that if they disobey, I'm going to like crush them into fine powder.
They scurry.
The goggles come down. Like this is where all of the singe marks on the fur come from.
Yeah.
Is shit like this.
Yeah. And as you make your way into the panel of this, there is fire. It's not, it hasn't spread a lot, but there is potential for it to continue to spread. I need you to make a cool test. Both of you, actually Quigley and you, make a cool test.
Yeah, is
one purple, one red.
Is there like a Star Wars fire extinguisher nearby?
There is. So all ships do come with kind of much like a kitchen would have, where you get the
fire suppression system.
Fire suppression system. Yeah, every ship comes with it. It's standard unless it's taken out for some dumb reason. Luckily, this one hasn't been. So, but you need to make some cool.
Okay, what was the difficulty again? One purple, one red.
Yep.
I failed.
Ooh, 3 advantages, 3 failures.
Okay,
That's
so
a weird one.
Cookie, you have experienced bridge fires before, or ship fires before. This is not completely new to you, but you know the stakes of this, and you know that you're the main person or the main Wookiee who's going to have to fix this. So,
hey, Wookiees are people too.
Yes, you are. I think that they would be like, I can't imagine a Wookiee. I don't know. I'm not a Wookiee, but I wouldn't want to be a person. I'd be like, no, I'm a fucking Wookiee guy. I'm better. I'm awesome. I make cool noises. And I'm going to extinguish this fire, which is what you attempt to do. You know that every ship has a fire suppression system. You're not quite sure. You thought you knew where what the lever is, but that is what you're stalling on real quick to find. And as you do that, you start to feel your ship falling out of hyperdrive, knowing that the hyperdrive is continuing to lose fuel. Quigley, you stand there and look at it.
Just
Can I do the frantic help me find the button for the fire thing? Fire!
Can Quigley just try to punch the top just to see if he can get it to go off?
He's pulling a Fonz, try and bang.
Yeah, exactly. What would that roll be?
Let me think. That is going to be skullduggery.
I feel like this is one of those Cookie disabled the fire suppression while they were working on it and forgot to turn it back on kind of thing. I feel like this should be an automatic thing that's not happening. And I'm like, damn it, I knew I forgot to do something.
1 purple, 1 red.
2 threat, 1 success.
Okay, that's fine. So what you do is, as you're banging the console or what the top part or whatever that you've banged, it falls down. It just falls off. It just like
Does it hit Cookie in the process?
knocks her out. Knocks them out. No, I'm just kidding. No. It might hit you a little bit. It might hit your back. Yeah. More or less quickly is like, damaging your thing. After a moment, you're able to find the suppression. You realize that it has not, luckily it has not been, you did not disable it, or you at least somebody was able to reestablish it, if you did, because it will go off.
But we're not gonna die.
You're not going to die. It will go off. The fire suppression stuff, I can't imagine, I don't know what Star Wars tech would have. It's probably blue. In Star Wars, it's probably blue. The blue foam comes cracking out.
I think in what is
They
it
do.
in server in computer server rooms, they have a thing that it doesn't like put the fire out so much as it sucks the oxygen
Air
out.
out. You're right. Yeah, and the libraries do that too. Yeah, where like really old libraries will have like an area will suck the air out. Yeah. So maybe it's maybe it's a combination of both of that. They do use as I said that, they do use fire suppression system in episode 3 when they're crash landing onto Coruscant. They like the thing. So between those two things, something, the hyperdrive, the immediate hyperdrive, is able to be locked. At least the fire is able to be suppressed. However, there is heavy damage. Red will calm down to both of you, and
sorry. Apparently, it's the same thing that they use in the carbonite freezing.
You're all carbonite.
According to Wikipedia, the chemical compounds employed in this device were similar to those used in carbonite freezing.
Oh, whoops.
Yeesh.
You're all frozen now.
Ouch. All right, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's cool. That's good to know. Star Wars facts, guys. Star Wars facts. So Red will calm down to you through your communications and go, is everything all right down there? We're we're not doing well up here. Hyperspace.
I will tell Red if we're in a safe location to pull us out of hyperdrive.
Okay.
We may not have made it all the way, but I would rather find out where we are and have a chance to try and fix this than to try and push it further.
Okay, and that is what he'll do. He'll drop it out of hyperdrive. You guys were barely limping along on it anyway. It was getting really shaky. So he does that. Yeah, and when he does that, though, you had been shaking a lot. The whole ship had been quaking and everything. That stops once you're kind of out of it, and you're just kind of coasting at this point in space. However, Red is very he'll calm down to you again and say, how long do you think that it'll take? This is not the most safe quadrant of space.
Which is Wookiee for it's going to take as long as it's going to take. Okay. The more you ask me, the longer it's going to take.
Okay.
And Cookie just puts the head down and then almost as an afterthought, pops back up and looks at Quigley and just says oh shit, the kids.
That'll be alright.
Back to work. I was well, you know better than I do. I'm kind of worried about personally, not in character, but out of character. I'm kind of personally worried about Noah and his little cabinet after that. But
yeah. Well, if anybody wants to check on him, you're more than welcome to.
Nobody wants to check on him.
Oh, Mitchell, we love you.
As Quigley walks by and kicks the cabinet, hey, you alive?
I was gonna say, if Quigley's not gonna check on the kids, there's no way he's gonna check on Noah.
He kicked Noah.
On his way to the kids, he's kicks the cabinet. Are you alive? All right.
There is maybe a muffled sound. I don't know. I'm not Noah. I don't know what he says. Okay, so I'm going to make you do one mechanics roll, Cookie, and then we're going to do a little bit of a speed forward. because I want to get salmon here.
Yes, yes.
I love you. So pretty. Okay, so we're gonna do a mechanics roll. We'll need that. It's going to be 1 purple, 1 red, 1 black. I'm sorry. It is not that. It is 2 purple, 1 red, 1 black.
Jesus, you are at it with these reds today.
So when
It's
I
2 purples.
can reduce my check, remove 2 setback die, would that be?
That's a black one, and we're going. If you want to do that, we're going to bounce that. I'll say that. Yeah. Okay.
Should I
So we're gonna.
bump one of the other dice
Yeah,
up
we're gonna.
instead?
Yeah. So what we're going. You can do. What it's gonna. We can remove the black die, and I'll bump that red one down to a purple. So it's gonna be 3 purple.
Okay. Sounds good
And what
to
that
me,
does is that get
boss.
rid of the spare, I believe. That's the.
1 success, 1 advantage.
Yeah. Look at that.
Cookie is back, baby.
So red is
It's
able.
that shortcut that I tried to do. It's that tweak I tried to do earlier. I'm like, I
Yeah.
knew that was a bad idea. Dumb Wookie.
It overheated it. It just
Yeah.
it was not the hyperdrive itself is not in the best shape anyway, so maybe it would have worked on a better hyperdrive or one that was fully fixed. But
I
this
was
one.
just getting greedy. That's all.
So red is able, while you're working on your ship, red is able to, with Quigley's assistance, if Quigley is there, to maneuver the ship and keep the ship on the DL as you kind of get through some of the more shady spots of open space. Because there's a lot of things actually between Rishi and Narshada, but we're going to. It takes about, we'll say, 2 days, about 2 days of travel, because we're not going into light speed. I don't want to say where you guys dropped off at or where you guys dropped out at. About midpoint, we'll say. It would have been a lot quicker, obviously, if you had your hyperdrive and light speed, but red is able to kind of navigate around it. And during this time, he will give you this information about Narshada for the players and for the audience. So upon Red looking at the HoloNet and kind of reflecting about his own experience or his own understanding of it, they'll kind of say, so it's nicknamed the Smuggler's Moon, and that's because it's a notorious moon, part of the Nalhota system and part of Hut space. It's got a large criminal underworld. It's dominated by bounty hunters and crime lords. The surface is, I learned a word when I was researching this, is an ecumenopolis, which is means a surface covered by an urban sprawl. So much like you think Coruscant, much like you think any big gambling planet, is just a large urban sprawl. Full of shady people and smugglers and crime. It is, of course, owned by the Huts, large gambling influences, and from your communication with Kaiza that there is also a red light district there. The larger sectors are known as the Corellian Sector, Wormstew Town, and the Palace of Gracchus the Hutt. Those are kind of the main 3 principalities, or I guess sectors of this planet. You're heading towards the Corellian sector, because that is the place that Red is, or at least he will say, that is the place that I think that I will be able to make, if I'm going to make contact with anybody in the Rebel Alliance, it's going to be there. I don't think that either of the other 2 locations are safe.
So as soon as we get into orbit of Narshada, Quigley's whole attitude and just everything just changes drastically for the worst. He is instantaneously in a bad mood.
Excuse me. So Red will kind of like, as you guys, so you get, we'll say you get to the outskirts of the planet Narshada. And it's a very bustling planet. Like, as you make your approach, actually, let me think. I'm going to make a roll for Red real quick. Hold on. Because he is going to assist with some skullduggery to get you guys into. Okay. Okay. So,
Okay.
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 They're just two wild and crazy guys.
Going to North Shada. So as he approaches the planet, Cookie, you're still working on the hyperdrive, or are you still working on the ship, or?
I don't trust it now, so I'm like monitoring all the systems like super closely.
Okay, your pit droids are helping you. They are at least keeping eyes on gauges that you need them to be checked and make sure all the levels are in the on the good, at least for no more fires.
I'm like monitoring them through my like little arm,
Yeah.
my data pad. That's the word I was looking for.
And they're able to send you like information directly on what they're seeing and everything, and it's very
Cool.
helpful.
Yeah.
So, Quigley, are you are you okay? Um, are you assisting Red? What?
I just.
Are you?
I'll tell you later.
He's in the turret contemplating
Yes.
just like, do I just start shooting?
That's how I do this.
So he's definitely in like a bad headspace. He goes to
Okay.
Bit, and he's like, "We're coming up on Nar Shaddaa." He hands her the chip and the coin. He's like, "If anything happens, you're to find." He tells them their name.
Colson.
Coulson.
Agent Coulson,
Agent
and
Bill.
they, in exchange for this coin, they should help you out. Okay.
Bit will take both of them, both the data stick and the coin, and kind of like hold them very gingerly and tenderly, as if they are invaluable, like they are the gold essentially. She'll nod and go, "Okay, are you leaving me?"
No, not if I have anything to say anything about it. But we know that this is somewhere we didn't want to come, and we're here now, and we're just rolling with the punches. So if worse comes to worse, and we do get split up, that's what you do.
Are you going to leave me on the ship again?
No, but we're gonna try to be stealthy about this.
Okay. She knows what stealthy is. Having lived with you for a couple years at this point, she knows that is your game, and she knows. Have you been on Narshada, Quigley?
Quigley was born on Nar Shaddaa, and this is where he trained the Hutt's army, and then murdered the Hutt.
I don't know that. So does Bit know that? Is that something you would have told Bit?
I don't know if Bit would know because her father was one of the people in the army that became one of his good friends, and I don't know if he would have told her that before he died. But
I don't know.
no, Quigley is very forthcoming with information. He would have I guess if she asked, he would have told her. He doesn't keep things
Like
from
sitting
her.
around the campfire kind of stories. Like, let me tell you about your old man.
I mean, like if she asks question, like he does, like he's very like he won't lie to her, even if it's like gonna hurt her feelings. Like, oh, was my dad a good man? Your dad was a bastard. He murdered so many people.
But he was really good at it.
It was the best. So take that how you will. And then that's how those conversations went.
Babysitter, the foster parent of the year. No, it's okay. All right. So she'll take them. And you, are you going to assist Red with kind of landing this thing or getting into the planet proper?
Yeah, he'll try.
Okay. All right. Why don't you give me? So Red, since Cookie is down in under the ship in the bowels, Red will be on first, the first pilot. You will be in the second pilot seat. Give me a pilot planet. That's what it's called. Yeah, planetary. It's going to be purple, red, black.
All right.
Can we dress the kids up like Jawas?
Sure.
I got
Would that make them blend in better?
I got 4 successes, 3 threats.
Lord, okay. So you are able to start going into the planet. So the big thing with this was Red knows just offhand that this planet, although they are not stringent with entry codes and landing permits and all that stuff, he knows that there are places and people that will rip you off. And you got to kind of hunt around for a good place to park your ship. Essentially, this is not a good neighborhood. You can't park your ship
With
anywhere.
Quigley being born and raised on the planet, can he like kind of just be like, I know what I'm doing, please stop?
Yes,
We're
absolutely.
gonna go land behind old Mr. Johnson's barn.
All right.
He'll protect us.
No codes needed for this spot right here.
Yeah, absolutely. That is since you have a lot of experience with this area and this place, you know specifically that there are plenty of places that'll rip you off, and that this is like what Red had said, that it's really good to have an ins here. It's really good to know your stuff here, because you know that there is a docking station that will not check any sort of license plate, registration, don't need insurance.
Got it.
Yeah, you
Going
need
there.
nothing, but it does cost a little bit of money. That's the thing. You gotta pay a guy to kind of look the other way type deal.
Do we
But you're
have money?
as long as your friend still works there, you're on the goods. Like, you think you can pay him a couple credits or whatever, and you'll be a-okay.
Right. Do we have any credits?
I've got a few.
Do you, Quigley? Check your character sheet. I think you do.
Oh, right, because we haven't really been anywhere other than Reshi and the station. Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
I thought you were. I was like, unless you spent it all, unless you you flung it out the window, I don't need this.
Got stacks on stacks.
Stacks on stacks.
Yeah, so Quigley will land the ship, or
Okay.
assistedly land the ship, because his version of landing is anything you can walk away from.
Yeah.
He's Launchpad McQuack.
Launchpad McQuack. Yes.
Any crash you can walk away from is a good one.
I love Duckwing. Okay, I love ducks. So I'm going to make a planet roll for Red, because he is primary pilot, and this is excellent because you know why?
Why is that?
I don't have much piloting.
Oh,
This is
great.
This is great. This is fine. Hold on. Oof. Okay. All right. So you come down hard. Yeah. Cookie. And Ren will actually relay on the communications real quick before brace. As you just come in a little hot. It's ever seen a plane come in a little bit bumpy? That is what happens. You jostle. You Cookie, you feel it especially down below. You boom, and maybe you hear some grinding of metal and things.
There's a stream of Wookiee expletives over the comms directed at Red, threatening the what's the integrity of his skeletal structure. Let's call it that. Yeah, some pretty creative threats from the Wookiee about, if you hurt my ship. I mean, granted, it's not even Cookie's ship, but
I was like, and then
ownership.
Quigley kind of turns and says, "Didn't we steal this ship?"
Ship is it?
Yeah, but it would still be sitting on Rishi if it wasn't for me.
It's Jen's ship, if anybody's.
I'm the one that keeps it flying. It's my ship.
Yeah, so after they get all they hard land, Quigley kind of throws a cloak over himself, throws the hood up, just trying to keep his head down as he walks out to throw a few credits at the docking guy.
Okay. Are you taking Bit with you right now? And is it just you, Cookie? Are you coming with him at this point, or?
If there is no like apparent like damage to the ship that's gonna like keep us from taking off again, then yeah, I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Red is gearing up as well to go out.
If it was just like a little crunchy and I'm like, it's not something I need to worry about right now, then yeah, I'm gonna put on my most intimidating Wookiee face and try and like
Scowl.
pretend to be muscle.
Yeah.
You know?
You are under all that fur.
Quigley will throw hoods up on the kids, like, you know,
Jealous.
Bit knows the routine as he walks out towards the docking master, I guess.
So as you do that, Red will, like I said, Red will also before you leave though, Red will kind of pull you to the side quickly and kind of go, do you have the data stick? The floppy disk.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure if I can sooner I can unload this. Like you don't have to stay around. We're done. Nothing is holding you. I just wanted to get done, okay?
You still have to pay me.
The Alliance will probably be able to pay you. Then as
Oh,
soon as
well,
I see,
as they're walking, he's like, my prices have jacked way up. Yeah, I almost crashed my ship. And then he looks over to Cookie. He's like, Cookie's ship. You know, yeah, put me through a lot of emotional strife. Like, do you know how bad it is for my brain? You lost my kids.
I
You
didn't.
lost, and you're the reason Jen's dad died. You're the
No,
reason.
that was-
If we didn't meet you, none of this would have happened. Jen would have been with her dad in their hovel on the space station, waiting to die of dysentery.
Cookie is like scowling and shaking his head like, God, yeah, shame on you.
And you took that from her, and you will pay. I'm thinking about like 500,000
How
credits.
could you?
Like 500,000 credits. That should square us up.
he'll just kind of he'll take
Each.
everything in that you're saying, yeah, and you just kind of pulled up his hands and go like, as long as we can get that data stick to the Rebel Alliance, I will do anything you want. I want this to get done.
And like Quigley will smack him in the back. He's like, first things first, we're gonna call them our friends and stop using their proper name, because on this planet, ears are everywhere. And by the way, don't call me by my name. You'll get us all killed. And he'll push him aside, like push him away, like
What should I call you?
I don't know, make something up.
Okay. All right. So
It doesn't translate for some reason.
Dickhead.
You think it might be slightly derogatory.
metal ass or something.
Buns are made of
However,
steel.
a Wookiee laughs. Yeah.
All right. So as you everybody is kind of from the ship that can, other than Noah and Belandi. Belandi is of course still unconscious, and Noah is in his filing cabinet. That's never going to get old for me saying that. So you guys set out. Quigley, as you make your approach towards the deck captain or whoever is the person who you're going to pay off to keep your ship here, the face that you would have expected to see, your previous friend, it's not him. It's another we'll say an older human, older male human, and they'll kind of nod at you and make their way over and be like, "Hey, what you got?"
I got a ship that needs to remain just a ship, and that's it. So I also got a few credits to push your way.
Got any Pogots? Pogots is the currency here. Republic credits don't quite work out here. Lithuanian. Pogots are another form of currency out here. You'll kind of look over and where your ship is, and kind of give a shrug and go, 10 Pogots.
does Quigley have?
That's about 400 credits.
Whoo!
Which translates as 50 credits and I don't rip your arms off.
Does that go through the translation?
Yeah.
He'll look over at you, Cookie, and kind of like lean back a little bit and motion towards the rather large blaster on his side.
Cookie kind of like reflexively just kind of puts one large paw on the strap of the bowcaster that's slung across her back
Mm-hmm.
and doesn't break eye contact.
Yeah.
All right. Calm down with the dick swinging, okay? I'll get you 3 Pogots.
Cookie like looks slightly offended at the phrase dick swinging.
I'll get you
It covers Jen's ears.
3 Pogots, and you can have the dude in the cabinet in there.
There'll be a moment there where you'd think that he was going to ask something, but then he quickly remembers he's on Nar Shaddaa. He'll look between you and the Wookiee, kind of like 4 Pogots.
2 and no slave.
He'll shake his head and go 3, final offer.
You could have just... Fine. You win.
3.
3.
I take your guy in your cabinet.
And he'll take the kids and put their ears to his stomach. Deal.
Right.
But I'll be back with the Pogots though. I have to, exchange rate and everything.
Cookie's just kind of like looking back and forth between the two of them, like.
Give me a diplomacy. Is there a diplomacy on here? There is a
I feel like this would be more of a
charm. It's either charm or skullduggery. Which one do you want to do?
I'm selling Noah into slavery, so I'm going to say skullduggery.
Cool, that's fine. It's going
do
to
I
be...
have to carry the cabinet?
No, he unloads it himself.
2 purple, 1 black.
All right. I'm going to use a force point.
Are you using one of your light side points?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. You have 1 light side point left. I have 3 dark side. So that'll be okay.
I got a triumph.
Oh, look at you. All right. So as you kind of wheel and deal this, it doesn't look like he looks like he's going to make another, like, I want some credits.
Is that what he said? Like,
yeah,
he said he wants some credits?
Credits.
With that, like, this is purely like within the triumph.
I was gonna say do the triumph thing however you want.
If I go too far, let me know and I'll retract.
Oh God.
Okay. So as he like goes to push further, Quigley understands like this type of person after growing up on Nar Shaddaa.
Yes, you do.
So he kind of like just puts the end of his rifle underneath of his chin, and he's like, "We're done haggling. We settled on the price. No more."
He'll kind of, have this rifle under his chin. And of course, having been on Nar Shaddaa himself, he knows that this is not the first time that's happened. It's not going to be the last, but it's still, he still is not, he's not feeling this anymore. He's, kind of like motion you to like push the thing up, and he'll kind of move away and go, all right. Ship is fine here.
Is he, just because I think I wasn't paying attention, is he the only person here?
It looks like it.
See?
It looks like it. You don't see anybody else. However, this is not the same person that Quigley had known previously. This is the same location, and it appears to kind of be the same setup where, there's other ships there. It's just
Michelle's gonna be so mad. I sold him into slavery.
I didn't see a damn thing.
All right. So after you get your ship fee taken care of, we'll say, you're free to go out and about. Red will, as you guys are walking, he'll lower his voice, and knowing what he just what Quigley had told him previously, he'll just kind of go, the red light district is where we need to go. I don't know about them though. He'll look down towards the two kids. I don't know if it's safe.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. Bit was born in the red light district.
And Cookie just kind of like moves into a very protective kind of posture over the two kids, crosses the arms over the chest, and just kind of nods.
Right. Hey, Bit. We're not here to make money today, so keep your fingers to yourself.
Okay. So we
Cookie
are.
starts checking pockets.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We are going to. So as you make your way towards this, we're going to switch over to Sam. To our lovely Sam.
Yay,
Finally!
How to get up there?
An hour later.
An hour later. Hey, I didn't say it
I
was
was
good.
enjoying it.
I am glad. Sorry it took so long. We had to kind of do some stuff. Alrighty. So, Zal, through having lived and experienced the red light district now for several months at this point, for long enough time that you would want to admit, that this is not a good place to be. This has never been. This is not a place where people go to thrive. This is a place where people go because they're made to, or whatever. However, and lucky for you, and lucky for the other workers that are in this establishment, your kind of go-to between person has been on the rebellion payload for a little bit, and has given you all as much pointers and suggestions and safety as he could, always reminding you that this is a shitty place. Coulson, the Green Twi'lek. He runs a brothel. He runs an establishment. He runs a place where he advertises that you can have all of your fantasies fulfilled for a price. And although there are certainly many regular clientele, he definitely knows what to look out for, and is more than willing to take care of any one of his workers or anyone that is in potential danger. But they also have you. They also have you, Zal. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
Um, yes. So, like, what? Okay, yeah, here we go. I was not paying attention for too long. So Zal works with the Rebel Alliance. She was originally had gone through the Naval Academy with the Republic um, on the planet Ringali. Sorry, and she really felt discriminated against there, and it ended up being because people thought that she was um, had alliance sympathies, and so she's just like, well, I guess I will join the alliance, and since then has been a pilot and is now um, taking on assignments that other people won't, and just being a badass across the galaxies.
Yes. Like a strong Rebel Alliance woman. Yes. So Zal, you had been assigned here. What was your original mission here?
Right now, my original mission was to find out information about the Black Sun as well as why the Empire is near the borders of wild space.
Ooh, I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yes. Coulson would, you would have had your own establishment or you have your own rooms and whatever you want in this place. And in the beginning, Coulson would told you, you don't have to work at all. This is not, you're undercover here. You do not have to work. I'm not going to make you do anything. But if you want to, there is a clientele and there is money to be made as you get what you need to do. So as you get your information from these people, do whatever you want essentially. So that is what he would have told you from the beginning. Do you what is your daily life like here? What do you do?
Um, so I know that there's only a couple ways to get information in Narshada, and one of that is working. So that's what she does. She only takes clients that she feels like she can gain information from, and um, does what she needs to.
Right on. So as what you tend to do, or what you Coulson has kind of instructed you or told, that a lot of girls will work the streets, that is how they get their clients and whatever. He kind of suggests that if you are to do that, that you stay within so many blocks of the establishment that he works in, just so he can, if you need help, he's there. However, you're welcome to go wherever you want. Typically at night, if you do not have a client, you may want to go working on the street, or you might want to go to a bar, or I don't know really how you want to try and get your information. um so is it a typical night for you? Would you want to go out on the street, or is that something that you do? Would you try and pick people up at a bar? What is your method?
Yeah, she will walk the streets. She will go wherever the hell she wants to go. She doesn't need Colson's help, even though she does, but she doesn't like to admit it. Um, and yeah, she will just kind of stay, you know, around an area for a while, kind of observing who like the big shots in that place are, who's spending their bits or their pogots, who's, you know, saying things that they probably shouldn't say, and will then move in and see what she can get from them.
Yes, yes, and this is a good method. Hmm? Sam say something? I heard something. Okay. Um, hearing things. This is
Oh
a good
no.
method. Oh no, this is a good method for getting information. It is a very crowded and it's very think of Bourbon Street, or think of like another type of atmosphere that's got a lot of people and things coming and going, and lots of conversations that are kept kind of on the down low that the good ear can definitely pick up. So you find yourself out on the night tonight, or out on the street tonight, looking for some information. The contacts that you had about the Black Sun have kind of dried out a little bit. They've something is happening. Something is happening in the criminal underworld of this not only this moon, but of this system, of the entire Hut system. People are a little shooken up. Pilots are shooken up, and it's not because of the Empire. The Empire has always kind of been a looming threat, but it's the Huts. The Huts are, they pay off the Empire, whatever. Even the Black Sun, like they're, um, that's my expression for the Black Sun. um, they can get paid off. They're nothing. But what your information is has been that they are more interested in who's going to flip their bill after the war is won, or who is like what other bounties that they can get, either rebellion or empire, doesn't matter. It's not that. It's not the Black Sun, it's not the Empire. There's something else. Um, there's a quiet undertone. There's a quiet, hush mouth, the whispers that are going about ships that are disappearing, about ships that are set to go take whatever resource and them just disappearing. It's gotten so bad that many of the huts are willing to shadow Empire ships in lieu of going alone in some of these, longer missions. That it's less dangerous for them to either be cloaked or shadowed around an Empire ship than it is to go it alone. So that has been the recent scuttle that you've heard, with your kind of one ear to the ground. It's got people, it's got pilots, and it's got smugglers kind of worried. That's what they've been talking about. So that is what you could be listening out for. I do want you to give me a perception check, though, because there's some things to see. It's going
Right,
to be
cunning perception.
cunning is perception. If you don't have any yellow pips in that, it's going to be all green. It's going to be your cunning. So if it was 2, for example, it's going to be 2 green die. Your challenge is going to be 1 purple die.
Do I add in the characteristic or just roll the dice roll for?
So what is your cunning stat
I
characteristic?
think I
Sorry.
got it. Yeah, so I have 3 green dice.
Okay. Yep. If you do not have a yellow die,
Okay.
a yellow pip, then that's it'll be all green.
Okay. So then I have 3 successes.
Okay, cool. Excellent. And it's because you know these streets. I mean, you've worked these now for a couple months. These, the people, the regular clientele, the regular look of people as they come through. As you're ducking through an alleyway and kind of, you're going a little bit of a back way. There's some, people kind of hang out in these alleyways, and they can have some good information. They can be in the middle of doing something, what other places would be illegal, and it's a good place. Like, it's a good hunting territory. But as you come out of an alleyway, something strikes you. There's an image and a vision kind of strikes you. You see a Wookiee. And as you look closer, you see 2 smaller figures. And although they are covered maybe in some robes and stuff, you're pretty sure they're not Jawas, even though they might have been made to look like Jawas. But these are little figures. And upon kind of closer look, you're able to kind of know these are kids. Kids are not a thing that off-worlders should be taking into the light or red light district. That's what you see.
Great. She kind of blinks a couple of times. This isn't something that's normal for her. And looks around to see if she can, if like there's just like some strange reflection. She doesn't remember taking anything earlier, but who knows?
Never can tell.
And
Yeah.
these days, and she'll just kind of shake it off and keep walking.
Okay. And you could do that. There, as you walk, are you gonna go past them, or are you gonna keep going and kind of leave them?
Oh wait, it's not a vision that I like had seen in my mind.
No, it's real people. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry if I didn't describe that. Yes, no, these are real people. You see them.
Oh, okay.
It's a Wookiee and then
You
2
real
kids.
damn high right now.
Yeah, you're real damn high. You see the dragons.
Oh,
You see the dragons.
Oh, okay. Not doing that again. So she'll like walk down the street and then realize, oh wait, and then like turn back.
Oh shit, that was real.
Oh, okay. And she'll like take on the persona of whatever she thinks these people will want to see to get into this area. And so she'll look at the 2 kids and look at the Wookiee and be like, oh, are you guys looking for someplace to stay?
Cookie, from behind, and as well as Quigley and Red will also hear it as well. You hear a voice behind you.
Cookie just turns around and kind of has a hand like resting on the truncheon. But other than that, doesn't really like react. It's trying to just kind of like play it cool.
Quigley.
Kind of definitely letting Quigley take the lead because this is like obviously his home turf.
Zal, real quick, how are you dressed? How do you look right now?
She has a cloak on, but you could see like when she moves, that her outfit is more revealing. It's like you can see her midriff. She's, not modest.
All right. So, is there any like storefronts or like reflective areas that Quigley can kind of like peer into to see her without turning around?
Yeah, we can say that there's multiple storefronts. There might be a really shiny metal door or something that you can see.
To try and put on the persona that like he's not with the group, he'll keep walking and like kind of like peel off to like kind of come back around, like completely trusting the kids to Cookie, because he was like when she approached them, she approached Cookie and the kids. So it's always better to have a like to close in around the area if need be. So while he's doing that, like Bit would probably have seen him do this before. Like she'll distract them and he'll walk around and be like, "What the fuck did you want?"
Okay. Since this is since you have said that you and Bit have kind of done this thing before, when she turns around and she looks up at you, Zal, Bit is a small Twi'lek. Twi'lek. She is blue, right? She's blue, right?
Yeah.
She was purple.
So-
Oh, wait, is she purple?
No, you're a kid. She's blue. I think she's blue. I might have said purple. You might have said purple. Maybe we changed it. I don't
She's
remember.
a baby.
We got the notes coming out.
Yeah, I got the notes.
Her color changes like a gecko.
Yeah, that counts.
Or
But
a
yeah,
chameleon,
according to
not
my
gecko.
notes,
She's
according
purple.
to my notes, she's purple.
Okay, she's purple.
Purple's fine.
Purple. So you see a small purple Twi'lek. She looks to be around. I think she's 8-ish, 9-ish. I don't remember. And a small human girl around the same age, maybe a little bit younger. As well as the Wookiee that you spoke to. And as the small Twi'lek will turn around, she'll kind of look up to you and go, "You're very pretty."
Well, thank you. And you're pretty cute yourself as a child. I don't speak to kids very often. Why are you with this Wookiee here?
Bit will kind of like begin to try and say something, but she doesn't. She holds her tongue. However, Jen it goes, no, we're here with other people. That's Red, and then that's I don't know where he.
And like Wookiee paw like on the face.
Yeah.
Gently.
Mouthful of hair.
Yeah. It's like very furry, kind of like
Yes, the entire face.
Can I say like as soon as like Quigley got out of view, like he like booked it around the building to kind of like come up behind them quietly.
Yeah, give me. You're gonna make a roll for that.
All right.
Yeah, you're gonna make me a stealth roll. Actually, yeah, do a stealth roll.
All right. I am good at stealth. And negatives.
2 purple, 1 black.
Two success, 3 threat.
Okay, cool. All right, so you know these streets. You kind of know them well. Maybe not the red light district so much, but you know them, and you know the general outlay of like how these alleyways work. So you're able to move around quickly. You don't foresee anybody watching you or doing anything. Not that you can tell. You think you've made it. And you get to the points. You said where were you? Are you coming like up from another alleyway to them to kind of do it? What was your?
Yeah, so
what
he
your
was
plan?
gonna come like go around to another main street, come down, go around another alleyway, and then come back up to like kind of like be behind her.
Okay. All right. So at this point, you can do that. It's going to take you a moment. When Cookie, you placed your hand on Jen's mouth,
Mm-hmm.
Red will kind of turn around. Red is a Rhodian. Think Greedo. He is green, has the weird face and bloop bloops. He'll kind of turn around and kind of look at you and go, uh, I don't know how to, uh, go about asking anything. Do you know possibly anybody who, and he look like he's fumbling over words. He has no real, like, he's nervous. He's very nervous. You know this, having worked with many people before, you know nerves. This Rhodian is very nervous.
Yeah. So she'll kind of step away from the kids and closer to him, but will try and remain at this respectful distance and exude like this caring like attitude and just smile softly at him, just like, don't worry, take your time.
Cookie is scowling suspiciously. Like, I'm on to you. Kind of like watching very, very, very carefully.
And he'll begin to kind of he'll kind of, look around and like look and make sure that nobody's watching, and he'll kind of like lean ever so slightly in closer to you and go, we need to find somebody in the red light district, and it's of sensitive nature. Yeah. So, as he's saying this, Zal, you can make a perception check.
Apparently, Red's got some kinks he doesn't want people to know about. The
He sh-
sensitive nature. Oh, you
Yeah.
like the rough stuff, huh?
I need to find a hut
Oh God.
Oh, God.
To everything.
and 2 tubs of Crisco.
And a bucket of fish.
All right. Your perception is 1 purple, 1 red.
Purple and red. 1 advantage.
Okay. So, Quigley, you're able to get around, and you start making your way towards, you wanted to be behind her so you could do the, you start to do that. You get about 6 feet away. We all know what 6 feet are now, so I'm using that as a very good reference. Get about 6 feet away, and Zal, you feel, the presence when somebody is behind you, and somebody is behind you. Somebody is coming.
I don't think you've paid for anything yet, so why don't you come in front of me? And she'll say that without turning around to look at who's coming up,
Well,
and still like look. Yeah, sorry.
well, you see, we didn't pay for anything, so we can just be on our way.
I mean, you can, but it seems like this creature here has something he needs to say to me.
Oh, him? He's he's my handicapped slave. You'll have to forgive him. He doesn't know when to hold his tongue.
Red is kind of like looking over your shoulder, Zal, and is just like,
Cookie makes a crack in Wookiee about holding Red's tongue for him if they have to. And kind of like flicks a claw out and then like retracts it. Flicks a claw out, retracts it.
You see, ma'am, we don't mean any harm. We're looking for somewhere to rest for a little bit. Unhindered and unimpeded by the unwanted advances of the ladies of the night.
I would hope so, since you seem to have children here. Are you hoping to sell them?
Oh no, these are my daughters. Bit, Jen, give the lady back her wallet.
Bit will kind of look towards Jen, and then look up to the lady, and she'll shake her head. She'll go, no, I didn't take it.
Oh. Well, missed opportunities and all that.
Red at this point will kind of sigh because Lord, this poor Rhodian is tired.
He's done been through it.
He's been through it. He is
Trying so hard.
he is he draws a breath and goes, yes, we do need safe some place to stay until we find the person that we are looking for. It's very urgent. I know that you might not know anything, but our many lives are at risk. If you could please just, I implore you, please, just
Red, loose lips and all that. Look, ma'am, would you happen to know where we could find a Coulson?
She'll look at you, like taken aback, and why would you need to know him?
Because I have a token of gratitude from somebody for him.
You talk about loose lips, but you seem to have the loosest of them all.
You know, I get around.
Guess that's why you have 2 children like this. Anyways, all of a sudden she'll like stand up straighter and like drop the goody kind of attitude that she had and just walk back towards the alley where she had come. Seeing if you guys can follow her or not.
So Quigley will follow first. He'll look back to Bit and Jen and motion them to stay behind or stay in front of Red, who would be walking behind. So Quigley and hopefully Cookie would be like behind Quigley.
I was thinking that Cookie would probably bring up the rear.
Okay, that's fine. But he wants to keep the kids like kind of in the middle to keep them safe from like if anybody comes up from behind or anything.
Yeah, Cookie's definitely keeping the kids in front of them.
Yeah, and that is a good idea for marching order. So yes, Red is the first to or would definitely be eager to get to follow. And as you do, you head back the way you came through the alley. I want you all to give me a perception check. It's going to be 2 purple. I'll make one for Red too. I forget that he lives. I forget that he exists.
I forget he's a thing, right?
Yeah, I forget he's a
I got
character.
1 success.
1 success.
Okay. Red doesn't help you all. That's why I don't roll for him, because he doesn't help you.
I got 1 success, 1 threat.
Red's just too nervous to notice anything.
He is. He is very nervous.
He's a little frazzled.
He is. He is a little frazzled. So as you continue walking, you start as you're walking through the alley that you came through, and go back into the main street, heading towards the brothel that you work at with Coulson. You start to feel maybe a couple eyes on you, which is not unusual. It's not unusual on Nar Shaddaa to be watched. This is a planet full of bounty hunters and smugglers and criminals, and these are people always looking for somebody to trip up, for somebody to be loose and off their guard. So although there are eyes on you, you don't feel immediate danger. At least that's, what Red is feeling. I don't know how each of your individual characters feel about being watched, but that is the general feel of the atmosphere as you walk.
I feel like
towards
it's kind of hard to make Cookie feel threatened.
It is. You're very big.
Yeah, kind of used to being the biggest, burliest person in the room, regardless, unless it's like other Wookiees,
Mm,
you know, or something
yeah,
like the thing that we faced on Rishi. Like,
yeah, the
other than
Marauder.
immediate danger, or like apparent danger, it's kind of hard to intimidate a Wookiee, I think.
Yeah. Quigley kind of like has a hand on his blaster, but that he's had it the same there the whole time.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's not like a thing here. Like everybody has a hand on their blaster. Everybody knows that there are, everybody has weapons. Everybody knows about it.
but like feeling the eyes, he would like kind of click the safety off because he won't hesitate to just shoot everybody around him to get the kids and him out.
And that's a par for the course of Narshada. That happens. There are shootouts. There are things that happen. And Zal, you know very well that is a thing that happens at other brothels. That is it is not uncommon to be for them to be very violent and very bad. So as you continue to walk, it'll be Red. I'm sorry, it was Zal and then Quigley, or is it Zal and then Red?
Quigley would let Red go behind Zal.
Okay. All right. So as you're walking, Red will kind of, be trying to he'll kind of catch up to you and then let you go and then kind of catch up to you again. And each time he'll kind of just very quietly stumble over his words as he goes, do you work for Colson? Are you do you know anything about the Empire? Do you know anything and he's going to continuously kind of try and say something, but he will not or cannot.
He's afraid of that blaster in the back of the head.
A Cookie is
Yeah.
specifically like checking to make sure we're not being followed. I would like to say.
That is good. You know what? Give me another perception check. Give me an added perception check. One purple and one red.
That is 3 threats.
Okay. You don't see anything.
Shit.
So Zal would have, the next time he caught up to her, like she's totally dropped like this nice act that she had, and she will like elbow him not too gently in the shoulder and tell him that I don't want to hear another word from you until we get where I'm taking you.
As you do that, as you kind of elbow him, he's a small Rhodian. Like he's not a big guy. He is he's and he definitely is frazzled. So when you do that, he'll go, okay, I'm sorry, you're right, I'm sorry, and he'll back away and he'll continue to walk.
Can we say he backed into Quigley as he tried to step back?
Sure, he does that. Yeah.
Quigley is kind of like,
sorry.
You hear the Wookiee chuckle from the back of the line. Just like, I think I like her. Like now that she's not being fake, Cookie is totally like, all right, now I trust her more.
yeah, Quigley's gonna put a hand on the back of Red's neck and kind of lean in and whisper, and he's like, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but we are being watched from 5 or 6 different angles, and if you keep drawing attention to us with your stumbling idiotness, I will snap your neck and leave you here in the middle of the road. And he'll just kind of like shove him a little bit forward.
He'll get shoved again, and it's kind of just bouncing back between all these people, and he's just like,
The
bullshit.
Wookiee is laughing.
Yeah.
Bouncing back and forth between these freaking like hardened veterans. Like, look, you fucking up, man.
Poor guy.
Quick question because
Yes.
I think I just wasn't paying attention. What species is Zal?
I didn't say it, so
Okay.
she's human.
She appears like in appearances. She appears human.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Secretly, she is a hut. No,
You never know.
you never know. Didn't mean to blow that. Sorry, no.
Golly.
I'm sorry. That was a big surprise.
Bring
End of
her
campaign.
to me.
Plot twist.
Plot twist. All right. So yes, you guys make it. You guys make it back to the brothel. You don't, Cookie. You don't see anything. You don't feel like anybody was tailing you. Nothing. You're good to go. So when you get there,
I check and
yeah,
make sure I still have all my stuff.
you do.
Okay, just making
You
sure.
do. You do. Luckily, between Quigley and Bit, who know these streets, and at least Bit, she might not have gotten Zal's stuff, but she certainly knows when pickpockets are happening, so she would be able to point things out as you go. But when you make it back to the brothel, Zal, you know that there's a first check-in place where you get patted down and metal scan and everything. And that's usually done by not Colson. That's usually done by somebody else who's just working. So as you go up, the whoever is working at this front, let's just name them Tars. Tarz. Tarz is a Bothan. He's a Bothan. And he has been working there for a little bit longer than since you've been working. He was there a couple months before you got there. So he sees you and goes, "Ah, yes. Uh, Here, if you please step forward, everyone, I will scan you and make sure you are safe for Mademoiselle."
Oh, you take.
Got a group order tonight.
I see. Very pleasing, very pleasing. And he'll kind of wave something. I don't want to say it's like a normal metal security device because it's the future and it's Star Wars. It's something else. He'll kind of like bring up a little compad and kind of just give you a scan. He'll do it first with Red, since Red is right behind Zal. He'll scan Red, and it'll beep beep beep. And he nods and he's like, Zal, he has one blaster.
I feel like I have to make a tricorder joke here just for Mitch. I apologize.
Go for it.
But no, like that's the
That's
like
it.
no, like
It's
it's a
tricorder.
tricorder. Just we
It
love
is.
you, Mitch.
All right. Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. THOTSs. And he'll scan Red and he'll go, "There's a blaster." And he'll look to the little kids and go, "Oh, who is bringing children here?" And he'll kind of look.
Wookie up over top of them.
Yeah, Bothans are not that tall, so.
Yeah, they're Jawas. Don't worry.
I see. Just 1 minute, and he'll scan both of the kids and nod and go, they're fine. They're fine. Quigley, you're next.
Quigley will just open his cloak and show the two blasters on his hip and the rifle on his back and be like, "I'm just watching, so no need to scan."
Oh, no problem. No shame. Whatever you want to do, no problem. I do have to scan just for I see everything. Just and he'll do the same scan, and you'll hear beep 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 beep.
Solid tone.
Yeah. And he'll look to Zal and go, you know.
As like Quigley's kind of
I
like,
know.
And as Cookie approaches, the
Cookie
portal.
just like bares teeth and makes the indication like I'm not even wearing clothes.
But you
And
have
just like
yeah.
that is 9 feet of pure weapon.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
I've got I've got the two kind of pit droids mounted as like pauldrons with this kind of like leather apron on, but across the back are two truncheons that are there for kind of quick draw. There's an EMP kind of like disruptor like on the hip, and then the bowcaster is just slung across the back. So it's all just out in the open.
I thought Quigley was armed. Like, whew. I'm gonna have to make a stop at a merchant.
And the like the like welder's goggles like up on top of the head. Like that's it. That's all they got.
Tars
That's
will
Like a satchel maybe. Sorry, go ahead.
Tars will also he'll look up to the looming cookie and kind of just laugh and go, ah, very big. Yes, I don't I
She
have to
like
do it.
pats him on top of the head and just
I
walks
have to
past
do
him.
it. It is for this. Okay, and he'll do it and is beep. Yeah, rather loud and unlike Quigley's, which is beep 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 beep. It's beep. And he'll just kind of nod and go, okay, you're fine. Go through, fine. So Zal, you walk in. As per normal, the building seems normal. There are people, other workers that that you've become friends with. They're coming and going. You are the last of the you're the last of the rebellion undercover agents here, at least in this area, in this sector that you're aware of. Two had come with you before. One went missing, and the other left. It's a rough job. This was, as you said, this was not given to everybody. This mission was not given to many. This was certainly a very hard job. So as you get in there, what do you do first?
Yeah, I would take them back to my own personal room and lead them in and be like, throw off the cloak and turn towards Quigley because it seems like he's in charge, and I don't speak Wookiee. And just tell them to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
After she leaves, Quigley will just kind of hold his hand out to Bit for the coin. He's not even really saying anything. He'll just kind of like hold his hand out.
She'll so do you leave the room, Zal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um
Um,
yep.
sorry.
No.
No, please go ahead.
I ain't saying shit. I don't know. So when Zal leaves the room, and you produce the coin, or you ask for the coin, Bit will run over to you, and she'll kind of fish, quickly put like she was hiding it. It was like in maybe like I don't know the drawstring of her pants or something. I don't know. And she'll hand you the coin, and then she'll also produce the little scan disc or whatever, and go. Do you need this?
He'll take it, and then in turn, he'll hand her a blaster, and he'll be like, "What up?" And like not the full
The heavy
size,
one.
just the.
Yeah.
He'll hand her like one of his hip blasters.
Okay.
He's taught her how to shoot before, like, or she's maybe not be the best of it, but she knows how to handle it.
Yes. Yeah. She is not.
She knows how to keep the safety on.
Yes.
While this is going on, can Cookie be kind of like scanning the room for like bugs, listening devices, cameras, stuff like that to see if we've been put in a trap?
Sure. Absolutely. You can give me a perception check. Sam, if there's anything that you specifically would have had in that room, you can message me.
Okay.
Think what you would have done. Your perception is going to be 2 purple, 1 red.
I don't think I have anything that will contribute to this as a skill, so we're just gonna roll raw. Yeah. Okay. Rolling. 2 successes, 3 threats.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you're going through the room, this is a room, and actually, as you're doing that, as you're doing that, Jen is kind of shadowing you since Bit and Quigley are kind of having their moment. Jen is kind of following you around, and there's some things in this room that maybe an 8-year-old girl doesn't quite know what they are. This is a brothel. There are some things.
Cookie knows what they are.
Anyway, Jen is definitely pointing, going, "What's that?"
No translation.
I know you guys can't hear this, but my roommate just screamed dildo, so I wanted to say that like, I just heard that from the nether.
The sucking vibrator.
Sucking vibrator. So that is what she is doing.
That's a lightsaber.
Oh God,
Okay.
No.
the gore.
Oh well, no. All right.
Don't get them mixed up.
I'm just saying that they're not. We'll figure this out later. This is fine. I got your message, Sam. Sorry.
Okay. No. Go with it.
Okay. It's not, not extensive.
I'm not like rooting through her personal belongings.
Yeah.
I'm like looking under like tables and looking at like the clock to make sure that the middle isn't like a camera.
Okay.
Basic like I'm not like rooting through her lingerie or anything like that.
Okay.
It wouldn't fit me anyway.
Yeah. So as you start poking through,
I'm a half-foot tall Wookiee.
you do pick up something. You pick up one listening device. It is under the lip of a desk or like of a piece of furniture. It's very slight.
I don't touch it or alter it in any way, but I indicate it to Quigley that there's a sound here.
And that is all that you pick up.
And then I go post up kind of near the door and just lean against the wall, arms crossed, and just wait.
Red will stand there and then kind of like look around. And you could tell that he is kind of trying to eye where you pointed out the listening device.
Quigley will make like
kind of like trying to see it. He's like trying to like get his head under there and be like, what is going?
So, Red, tell me, have you ever almost died so many times in one day?
Red will. Are you said that to Red?
Yeah.
Red will sigh and go, "You have no idea."
I'm beginning to feel like this is a hobby of yours, that you just like to throw yourself in the worst possible positions.
He'll just kind of shake his head and go, "It's you don't know. I can never get you to understand. I know." So we're turning back to Zal. You have left the room. Where are you going? What you doing?
Yeah, she's gonna go get Coulson and tell him that not quite sure what these people are, who they are, but there's two loudmouths that had mentioned his name, and she will like proceed into his room and like grab her heavy blaster, and we'll walk with him back to the room.
Okay, yeah. When you get in there, when you get to the room that you expect to find Coulson in, he doesn't work, so he doesn't have any clients or anything. Yeah, no, you're not walking in on something, cool, fun. No, he's he's kind of like the more he billets himself as like the janitor. It's like he's like, I just clean up, which is kind of horrible, but it's a job. But you know that is not the case at all, that he is kind of like on the DL for a lot of different stuff. So you get into the room, and he hears you and goes, "Me specifically, my name specifically?"
Yes.
They didn't look like they didn't set anything off for you. No, you don't think it's anybody?
They don't look like anything, but who knows?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, one of
brought
them's a
children.
Wookiee.
Wookiees.
There's a Wookiee.
Hmm.
Huh. I don't know any Wookiees. Let's grab your rifle. Let's go, Buckaroo. He'll kind of get up. Coulson is a taller, on the burlier side for a Twi'lek. He is green. He it looks like a male Twi'lek, so he's not as purty, but he's got some teeth, and that's cool. Um, he'll follow you.
Sorry, I can only picture Clark Gregg from Agents of Shield. Like I, it's always Phil Coulson in my
Yes.
head. I don't know why.
Sorry,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I apologize.
The name is it's actually from somebody's character actually. So I didn't make it. I blame them. He'll follow you. He'll pick up his own blaster. And he'll kind of like put it like towards behind him and kind of let you take the head on this. He definitely has your point though, and you know that you've maybe been in a couple conflicts with him before. He can hold his own, and he can certainly cause some damage. So you head back to the room. Do you walk in with your blaster shown?
So she will kind of slowly open the door and ask, for Red to come here real quick. I have drinks for the group if you want to pass them out.
Cookie
Again,
is
with
leaning
her-
like next to the door,
Mhm.
and so when the door opens, you get like 7.5 feet of fur, kind of looking down at you.
As like Red walks across like in front of Quigley, he just like kind of stares as he's like, it's like no one ordered any drinks, Red.
Yeah, I'm not stopping him. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on
Right,
him.
like just,
I'm
just,
like,
they're both just kind of like relaxed, like
let's see how this plays
this
out.
is either gonna go really bad or really well.
Red will do that. Red will move. He's kind of he knows that something is like okay, and he's gonna look towards Cookie and Quigley and kind of be like, Are you guys gonna punch me if I do this?" once he establishes that he might not get like absolutely beat for this.
The Wookiee shrugs non-committally. Like I'm not promising anything, man.
I'm not committed to beating you, but maybe. And he'll start to make his way across the room and towards the door. When he gets to the door, he'll see you and do you do anything right as he gets there?
Well, as soon as he's within arm's reach, I'll grab his arm and try to turn it into some sort of hostage situation and like have my blaster on him. And
all right, I want
yeah.
Yeah, so I want you guys.
He just kind of laughs. I think it's like,
I want you all. I want you all to
Be
give
like,
me.
please.
You all read. You all to give me cool tests. This
Okay.
is technically, since we've kind of done this is almost like an initiative, but a cool test. So you can either make a cool or a vigilance test at the start for your initiative, kind of deciding on what you're gauging. Like if you're really going to fight, it's a vigilance. If it's a cool to try and gauge if you're going to fight, it's kind of more of a cool thing. It's really up to the GM, and I say it's cool right now. So
yeah, mine are the same either way. So
okay, that's
Any
good.
negatives?
Yes, there's going to be. Actually, no, I think it's a straight. Hold on, let me double check one thing because I haven't done initiative in a while. Order. Yeah, that one's. No, you're just going to make a straight cool test. It's just going to be a straight cool. Tell me of your successes. Right about that.
1 success, 2 advantage.
Okay.
3 successes. So
Okay.
Cookie
Three
has not moved at all.
I'm sorry, quickly. How much did you have successes?
Say what?
How many successes did you have, quickly?
1.
1. Okay. And Zal?
2 successes.
2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right. So, Cookie, you're technically first. What you see, Red is got pulled, and he got pulled into an arm lock. And he feels the blaster on wherever, I think his back, wherever Zell has it pointed is where he feels it. And he'll just kind of like, guys, wait. And as Zal, do you push him into the room?
I'm gonna keep him right here because I can see Cookie right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And I don't want to walk past her.
Yeah, Cookie is not responding. Cookie, I guess with 3 successes, I can say that Cookie like totally kept their cool.
Yes.
And is at the very least appearing not to care what happens to Red.
Mhm.
So it's just like, all right. I mean, we're here to talk. Like, if you feel like you need a hostage to talk, then all right, I can still like shoot him. I'll still rip your arms off. I mean, anybody that like really like, I guess Quigley might, since Quigley and Cookie have spent some time together, Quigley might notice a little bit of a attention to Cookie, but Cookie's trying to play it off like no big deal.
Quigley is gonna look just kind of I'm sorry, it's probably not even my turn yet. Go ahead.
It is. It is. Coulson is going. Coulson would have been after Cookie, and he is merely just going to let Zal kind of take the front lead. He's got her back. He has the blaster. He has a blaster in his hands, and he's moved that out. And he's his eyes are kind of here and there, and trying to keep everything in together. So he doesn't do anything aggressive at this point. So Quigley.
Quigley just like laughs hysterically, like and then he's gonna shoot Red.
Are you serious? Okay.
Like right in the front. Like he's not gonna go for a kill shot. I will spend my aim specialty to just shoot him in the knee to make him go dead weight.
Give me a melee. Give me a range, not melee. Give me a ranged, and that is going to be a challenged. And it's going to be 1 purple die because he is restrained and doesn't have a weapon out and he's not moving. And you're like at point blank range.
I got 3 success, 2 advantage.
Oh, Red. Where do you shoot him?
Right in the thigh to just kind of like there's no like vital organs right there, and he's not trying to like kill him, but he's definitely trying to like wing him just to make it go dead weight.
And dead weight he goes, and with a little scream, like you've just shot him. He was thinking that maybe he would get shot in the back and it'd be over. No, he gets shot in the leg by you. He goes and drops. He drops. He absolutely drops. Unless the hold that you have on him, that would be what's holding him up. Zal. He's done. He's I just stop. And he's gonna look up to Quigley and like kind of like stop, please. I'm trying to save people. And he'll begin to rifle. He'll begin to rifle into his shirt and into his like his clothes, and he's tearing at it at this point. He's like, I can prove it. And eventually, as he gets to it, he kind of gets to his skin, and he does something, and you can see that like. And if you all remember from the first game, where did that data disc come from? He begins to dig into his flesh, like he begins to get into his skin, and in a moment, like it seems like he has thought about this for months, or at least for weeks at this point. He removes a small, looks like metal, might not be, red icon, and he looks towards Yuzal, and he holds it up, and he extends it.
Yeah, she'll take it.
You know this symbol. This is actually a very, very, very deep-seated symbol. It's of course the symbol of the Rebel Alliance, the red iconic symbol. But the way he had it in his skin, the way that that he has shown it, and where he was hiding it, the Rebel Alliance doesn't do this very often. This is not something that is done for the majority of people, like in the Rebel Alliance. This indicates that he was in like a deeper undercover situation than you have been. Like maybe he was in the Empire, like he was deep in the Empire. It is the last form of communication for a Rebel Alliance infiltrator, a Rebel Alliance person who is about to die type of thing. Like this is what you give someone as the last hope for making it out of a situation. It's the last plea a Rebel agent has, that they have a bigger mission, and that is what he's extending to you. So please Please.
Yeah, she'll take it and like wipe the blood off of it with her thumb and then pass it back to Colson and just like mutter for him to go get a medic and drop her blaster. Not drop it, but lower it from him.
Colson will take it, and he doesn't say anything immediately. And then he nods and goes, I'll get a medic. And he'll kind of start to move away, and then he'll kind of bark out an order. Nobody comes down this wing. Clear it out.
When she drops her blaster, can Cookie start to move? And when Coulson is kind of like, when it's apparent that these are not hostile, Cookie's entire attitude towards Red changes, and kind of goes into like not necessarily medic mode, but kind of scoops him up and puts him on the, like, if there's a bed or something like that, to kind of like it's almost like a physical apology, like, I didn't mean it, dude, like kind of picks him up and
Aw.
yeah.
Yes, that's
Meanwhile,
fine.
Quigley's over there is like, well, let's hope he doesn't come back with freaking guards to murder us all.
If he does come back with guards, we don't want Red laying in the middle of the doorway, do we?
Yeah, so you can do that. You can pick him up and put him on. And Zal, this is your private chamber, correct? Or a chamber?
Yeah.
I'm paying no attention to how much blood is getting anywhere, by the way.
There is some
Yeah.
blood.
I guess you would
Green.
hear
It happens.
It does.
You would hear Quigley kind of berate, like in a professional manner, Red about how he could have just blown all of our covers and given us all away. He's like, one job. I give you one job. Don't say anything. Just let us do the talking. And then, you couldn't just take one winged move, like hitting the leg. No, you just had to go out and be like, look, I'm with the freaking blah, blah, blah. It's like, now we could all be dead. I appreciate
Cookie is agreeing.
Red is in pain, and he's just shaking his head. He's like, if it is over, if this is it, I have done what I
Just
have.
a leg, man. You got another one.
Right. Like, Quigley will just, like, hit him with a stim, like,
Do you want to waste a stim on him?
yeah, I have 7.
Okay. All right. Well, that certainly assists with the immediate bleeding and is on his way for not, having any major issues with his leg. It still hurts, but it's starting to numb. He'll kind of lay on the bed as he shakes his head and looks to you, Zal, and he kind of trying to figure you out. He's trying to see if he really just blew it, or if his hunch kind of played out. But he'll. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't. I have to. I can't go on anymore with this information. We have to move on this. Please just tell me. Are you part of the Rebel Alliance?
And then Quigley just kind of like, he was staring down at Red, and then as he like says it, he like looks up to Zill, and he's like, well.
So salute and say, yep.
Great, we don't need you. Boom!
Red dies.
Yeah.
No.
You got me.
No.
Red will kind of, oh God, thank the Force. And he'll kind of like close his eyes, and for the first time, and probably since you have known him, Quigley, for the first time, he's able to kind of breathe and have a moment where although he's still in pain, he's able to kind of be okay for like a second. All right. I am sorry that you are going to be the bearer of this now. I was sent several months ago on an Empire ship into wild space. And Zal, you know this. You know that this mission, or that this had happened. That the Rebel Alliance had sent operatives, and you didn't know who. It was very undercover. You only heard the faint whispers from the highest people that you know, that you had a personal connection with. The faintest rumors that they had done this, and it was a try. And as he begins to, talk, I was sent by generals. Um, we were sent to find out why the Empire was going into wild space, and we couldn't. We had to live the part for several months. We were
It's like listening, pretending to do something else.
okay.
Right.
He's speaking kind of towards Zell and very low, but you can hear everything that he is saying. So,
Okay.
and Bit and Jen they had actually got moved to like a corner when you shot him, Quigley. But they are slowly kind of like listening as well. They're kind of creeping out. But he will continue, and we were okay. We were under cover. There were three of us. I was working as a communications officer on the Drift, Drift 7. That was the name of the ship. And we encountered something out there. And the Empire encountered something out there, and it wasn't Empire, and it wasn't a rebellion, it wasn't the Black Sun, it wasn't anything that I have seen before. The ships, there were a lot of them, and they were all black. They were all dark. They weren't like the Empire. I mean, maybe they kind of structurally looked like it, but they weren't. And the Empire didn't know that they were there. They were cloaked. We didn't know it, and it happened in minutes. In minutes, we didn't have any time. The attack came, and we lasted for maybe 5 minutes, maybe. And the Imperial Navy, nothing. We couldn't scramble ties fast enough. There was nothing, and we got out. We lost the two. It's just me. Before it happened, I had gotten enough information what they were doing, but it was coded. I can't figure. I don't know how. I don't know. And at this point, he's gonna kind of look to Quigley, and go, the disc. It's the only thing that matters. He's gonna look to you. It's the only thing that matters. He's gonna look back to Quigley. The disc. It's got the what the Empire knew, why they were out there. They were looking for something. No, they weren't looking for something. They were looking for someone.
Right.
And I don't know. I don't know.
Gotcha. Well, we agreed to terms. You pay me, and I will provide your disc to where it needs to go. Those were the terms.
He'll shake his head and just, no, please, you don't understand. He'll look to Zal as if trying to, that information could save thousands, hundreds, millions of people in this galaxy.
I'm only worried about 3 right now. 4 maybe. I mean, I said 4. And 500,000 credits could set 4 people up quite nicely, and I could raise my 2 daughters with my hairy companion over here,
Very life mate.
a very long time. So pay me. I did my job.
It'll last that long if whatever this information is destroys wherever you're going to go. So, like, walk up to Quigley and say, "Give me the disc."
No. Now,
Uh,
the thing is, if I die when I have the money, then I die. Whatever. But I accepted a contract for a job. I have fulfilled my end of the job. Now, I expect my payment. And now this is the only bit of bargaining that I have to make sure I get my payment.
Did we actually have a contract?
Yeah, you were screaming it when Belandi took it out of your arm, remember? Just
No,
make
I
sure
was-
make sure it gets to the right place. Make sure it gets to the right place. I was like, I promise it'll. I was like, we have a contract, and you were like, yes, yes, yes.
Sorry, I was having something removed from my arm. By a spork.
It was a spork.
Some rusted doll spork.
Cookie is listening to all of this just entranced because this is before Cookie showed up. Like, what, really?
But she managed to save the arm, which was impressive. Anyway, no, I'm going to keep on to it, and we can take me to the Rebel Alliance leaders, whatever. I don't care. I'll make sure it gets there, but until we get there, until I can talk to somebody in charge for my payment, I'm going to hold on to it.
Which translates to, how much do you think it would be worth to the Empire?
Ooh.
Please, please, no. Please.
Cookie just looks at him.
yeah, Zal will lean in closer to Quigley and
As she leans in, he keeps his
Yeah.
distance. Like he recognizes her as the professional she is, so he keeps the distance between them. He's like, stay right there.
oh, are you afraid of me?
No, I can figure out what your game is and what you're best at. So stay over there.
She'll glance back at the Wookiee and just in this joking way be like, I think he's afraid of me. And she'll turn back to look at Quigley and say, if you want to leave here alive, I need that disc.
The
Oh,
Wookiee starts to laugh when they hear you say that.
I really appreciate the candor. I do. But we can do a shootout right here, right now. And I mean, you might kill me, I might kill you. I'll definitely kill fucking Red. But I can
Red's not leaving alive.
I can assure you,
Red.
wherever I have this disc at on my body, I will destroy it before you can even pull your blaster up. Or even close the distance right now. Let's just say it's somewhere that of a fragile spot on my body that all I have to do is make one jerky movement and the disc is destroyed.
I do like a read intentions.
Absolutely. Well, you can do. You can do. Let's do. What are you trying to gather? Are you trying to gather if he's calling, if he's bluffing, if he's.
Yeah, I want to know if he's bluffing about with this.
Okay. Give me your perception check, and Quigley, you give me a skullduggery.
Just for my clarification, doesn't Bit have the disc?
I forget who has the disc. Who has the disc?
Didn't he give Bit the coin and the disc to hold on
He did,
to?
and Bit gave him the coin back. And did she give him back the disc?
I don't believe it
Okay.
was said. So
We don't know this. We don't know
would
this.
that be
No.
a deception check
Which is skullduggery, right?
or skullduggery?
You know what? It is a deception. It is. I'm sorry. I'm retconning that. Sorry, boo.
Okay.
In fact, I'll make that my dark side point. You get a light side point back, even though we're
Woo.
close. But I'll use that as my dark side. Since that was I told you one thing and doing the other. So I want you to do a deception. Both of you are going to have the same just kind of doing this a little bit ad hoc. You're both going to have the same challenge rating, and I want to know your successes. It's going to be 1 purple, 1 black, and 1 red.
Ooh.
Ooh. Go.
3 success, 1 threat.
1 success, 1 threat, 1 despair.
Oh!
Yeah.
Welcome.
Oh wait, does that mean the cookie rips an arm off?
Welcome to the Despair Club. We've all been there.
All right, so
Cookie just like places a big furry paw on on like the back of Zal's neck. Just like rests it there very gently.
Pets
So,
her
as-
pretty hair.
Just
Zal,
starts petting
you
her.
you are very certain that they are not going, that not only does Quigley have this disc, but he is absolutely going to go down with the fight. He wants his money, and this is by any means necessary. It's unfortunate that Red had to get in with these horrible lots of people that don't respect him, and that he had to deal with this.
Hey,
For
I'm just
months.
along for the ride at
I
this point
know.
in time. I had nothing to do with this.
So as you start to feel that, you start to realize that maybe taking on a Wookiee is kind of hard. Red might be able to offer some backup. Coulson is downstairs. You know that. At least you got that. You can probably hold them off maybe. You feel that, and then you hear it. You all hear what sounds to be a frag grenade. The sound echoes through the building as if not only 1, not only 2, but maybe a couple different grenades were thrown in at various points of this building and have just exploded. The lights flicker.
Can I immediately he jumps on top of the girls? He's just.
You can do that.
Well, Cookie had the same kind of
They
instinct,
both
actually.
just
They collide.
Yeah, you both collide. Yeah, no, that's exactly though.
Because I did too.
Just pile on the kids.
Excellent. No, that's what you all do. You all collide on the kids as Coulson yells up, "We've got company!" And that is where we're going to end it tonight.
Oh!
No.
Just for my
3 concussions
is
trying to
there
save
a
children.
window in
No.
this room?
There. You tell me, Zal. Is there a window in this room?
Yes, there's one on the back wall. So.
Frag grenade did not come through your window. It is
Oh,
not
thank
through.
God.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
just
not
a window, or
indoors.
is
Yeah.
there a balcony out there?
Tell me.
Balconies are dangerous here, so no, it's just a window.
Cool.
For the best, really.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you. Yay!
Thanks,
You got some stuff going. We got some stuff going. Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was
Leave us
cool.
right there.
That
Golly.
I am Alex. I am here for Penny for a Tale. Thank you so much for tuning in for Star Wars Edge of the Empire. Homebrew, this is my own stories, not in any books. Yeah, we're going to go around, say our goodbyes and our sign-offs, starting with Sam again.
I don't have anything, so I can say bye.
I hope you're in more games, Sam. I want you to be in more P for T games. I love.
Yeah.
Were we in Cartels, right?
Nope.
We were in I swore you were in Cartels with me. I don't remember who was now. Too long ago. All right, James.
Well, I guess if you want to find out the answer to that question, you can always check us out on YouTube. We've got our YouTube channel. You can also check us out or support us on Patreon at patreon.com/penny for a tale. Yeah, give us a like and a subscribe, and give us some feedback and let us know how much you like our stuff.
Only tell me the good things. I don't want to hear anything bad.
5-star reviews only, people.
Only. I don't.
Alex
Thank you.
Bathwater.
Thank you, James, for doing the plugs because I always forget them. Daniel.
Hi guys, I'm Daniel. I'm playing Quigley in Star Wars tonight. If you want, real quick, just right below Sam is the subscribe button. Just go ahead and hit that for us, and that's a way to support us on Twitch. Furthermore, I am here all of the damn time. I run Scions on Friday at 8:30. And then I also am in the Sunday campaign that our wonderful Anne runs, Age of Ashes. So yeah, come check us out on that.
Thank you. All
Yeah.
right. That's it, guys. That's all that I have. Tune in 2 weeks, barring any craziness. And always, may the force be with everyone. Have a great night, great week. I'll see you guys later.